Welcome everyone to another day of blade&soul Korea Season 1. We are at the final weekend to decide who are going to be the best team out of the Season 1 we have so far. My name is Joseph. Joining with me, as always, is going to be Ending Life to really just show you guys the Season 1 contestants and the 4 teams that are left over. We are still on the semifinals, the last day of it, until we get to the finals starting tomorrow. And it's going to be up to these 4 teams to really decide who are going to be the best teams when we get to head to the finals.
Yeah, exactly. And as Joel mentions, today the semifinals, tomorrow the finals. So today, the winners, the first match will be the winners match, and the winner of this secures at least the second place just off the bat. So, this is very important for either teams, and I'm very excited to see what they bring out for us. Maybe some new compositions, new classes in singles as well. But now on the screen, we do have the overview.
Very interesting that we get to the best of 7s now. We've been on that format since last Sunday, but starting on with this Saturday here and continuing on with the finals, it will be all in best of 7. So set 4 will be the random, and we'll spin the roulette to decide whether there's going to be another single or attack to go on with it. But we've seen the pattern with this. Not many teams decide to go to set 7 altogether until we get to really decide who the best team is really going to be. We've seen a lot of outmatches in terms of teams being a lot better than the other team, and we've seen that in many cases starting last Sunday. But we'll get to all 7 sets this week, because I think we still have the 4 best teams as we can indicate from Season 1 right now. And of course, when they start to actually find it out, we'll get to see how close of a matchup it becomes.
Yeah, we'll have to see, like you said, how close these matches will be with the 4 teams that we have here today. We have Coup d'etat items, GC Busan Red, and Anarchy, as you see on the screen on today's matchups. Our first match, as I mentioned before, is the winners, and the winner of either, the Coup d'etat or items will be securing at least second place and a seat at the grand finals.
Literally, what's going to happen is the winner of Coup d'etat items, whichever team it may be, they will head on to the finals and be waiting for whoever the loser of that match, and also the winner of the losers with GC Busan Red and Anarchy. Those 2 teams will find it out to secure at least a position to keep fighting on to make sure they stay in the tournament. But once we get to the losers bracket, talking about GC Busan Red and Anarchy, we will see one of those teams eliminated from the tournament now. So it looks like GC Busan Red is still on the high notes in terms of them performing well, but very well could be Anarchy pulling off the unexpected to really come back for an unexpected defeat.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out, because on paper right now, since we're already on the subject of the losers match, GC Busan Red already lost to Coup d'etat once. However, Anarchy actually made it, and they defeated Coup d'etat in the past group stages. So we'll see if this is true. Then Anarchy is supposed to win because Coup d'etat is in the winners bracket, but we'll have to see how the losers match plays out.
And really, we'll get to the losers bracket once we get to it. The first match will definitely be the winners bracket to decide who's going to be the best team for now on this Saturday match here. We are here at the Saturday afternoon. We'll be joining on right after tomorrow for Sunday when we get to the grand finals of things. But Season 1 has come to a thing where it has run kind of towards what we expected. And I'm more so talking about GC Busan Red, still contention up for them in the semifinals now, and they could very well make it to the finals if they beat out Anarchy to really get to that stage. But all in all, it's been about teams that we look like they have a strong roster, really proven that the really paperwork shows a really good strength for each of these teams.
Yeah, especially going with, now going back to the winners bracket with Coup d'etat and IDEVs. Last week, we saw IDEVs come out with some cool or unexpected compositions as well as unexpected classes in singles. And some of you may think that they were kind of trolling, I guess, but that is a composition that they want to work out just in case in the future they meet a team that their original composition is not going to work out against. So I don't know if they'll bring out that new composition that they've been working on since last week today. But I'm expecting great things from IDEPS.
By IDEPS, they have the players in there. They have Shingen Kim, they have Dae Choi, the best assassin we have right now in Korea. Hyungyu Kim, we thought he was going to be the other assassin to join in, but definitely had to be under prioritized and going to the Blade Dancer instead. I mean, but everything all together, it's been going all well for this team. And Shingen Kim, we know how flexible he can be with his class, and Dae Choi is definitely going to be sticking to the assassin, unless we're going to see him go back to the Warlock that has seen him struggle quite a bit on Sunday, but definitely see how that goes. But we see Jin Park on the stands here, watching from live, and see Jisoo Choi as well, just watching alongside. Former, of course, allies in terms of this pro scene of Blade. So now they're out of the tournament, they can freely watch to the consent to their entertainment.
Yep, and we do see the match prediction, 79-21. All right, so we've been getting 90-something to a single digit, but now finally we get a 2-digit versus a 2-digit. So now this is just up for grabs, 79-21. These are just numbers. The fact that IDEPS got the lower part of the votes is kind of questionable, but not really at the same time because Kureta's Byun Jung-yeon is so good. Yeah.
Byun has been really good, and see what he can do, because this super rookie has been on fire ever since the start of the tournament. Let's see what the players have to say as well as we'll get to the player interview with the VCR getting ready to play for you guys to really see what the players have been thinking throughout the week. See what they have to say.
태그 매치 전적이 예선전 포함해서 현재까지 10승 1패예요.
그런 성적이 가능한 것 자체가 전병현이라는 걸출한
그렇죠.
역사가 있기 때문에 그래서
와! 정당현!
제가 운전을 해서 올라왔는데 기분이 아주 좋습니다. 그냥 흘러가는 대로 그냥 몸을 맡기니까 이기더라고요.
잘하니까 여기까지 올라갔지. 게임 할 줄 모르던데 그냥 레드 팀이 그냥 너무 못하던데 격사라서 좀 잘해 보이는 거고.
아니 진짜 모든 팀을 통틀어서 격사에 업어가는 팀은 이제 쿠데타라고 생각을 해요.
하루 종일 격사만 하는데 수천 판을 했으면 한쪽 눈 감고 이겨야 됩니다.
김영규 선수 격사는 격사가 아니지 않나. 김영규 선수가 저한테 격사로 한번 붙어보고 싶다고 하셨는데 격사 나가실 때 저한테 손 한번 흔들어 주세요. 바로 나갈 테니까.
저번 경기 보니까 최대형 선수가 계속 게임에서 사라지던데 저희 경기에서도 저희가 빠르게 사라지게 해드리겠습니다.
메인 캐릭터가 아니니까 계속 틈을 보이는 거죠.
얘네들한테 제가 기회를 한번 줬어요. 한번 해보라고 내 없이. 역시 팀들이 잘하니까 저 없어도 잘 하더라고요.
대형아 오늘도 쉬라.
아 쉬어야겠다.
그냥 출전을 안 해도 된다. 10분 처음부터 시작할게.
왜 알아서 해.
쉬라. 결승 때만 움직이자.
저번 주에 한준호 선수한테 탈기랑 다 있는데 그냥 떠서 죽더라고요. 그건 진짜 골드도 그렇게 안 줬거든요 요새.
맞지.
주술사는 아닌 것 같아요.
여러 가지 클래스를 이제 선보이면서 경기를 진행했었는데 저희 팀 상대로는 쉽지 않을 겁니다.
팀이랑 맞는 캐릭터를 꼭 들고 오셔서 이번에는 제대로 진지하게 경기에 임하셨으면 좋겠습니다.
계속 그렇게 바꿀 겁니다. 저희가 처음 팀 만들 때부터 짜놓은 전략이었어요. 뭐 장난으로 보이셨어요? 이제 다 이겼는데.
제가 봤을 때 그냥 암살자 해야 될 것 같아요 최영훈 선수는.
처음 한 캐릭터 나가도 걔네는 이길 수도 있어요 진짜로. 영웅이 패라. 대영이 팰게 내가.
난 누굴 패야 되는데.
대영이 누구 패야 돼?
난 다 팰게 그냥.
다 패라 그냥.
저희는 이제 조합을 바꿔서 그런 걸 뭐 대응하거나 그럴 생각 없습니다. 하나도 안 무서워요. 랜덤 돌림판에서 이제 태그 매치만 나와주면은 저희가 쉽게 이길 것 같아요.
태그는 제가 생각할 때 저희 팀이 제일 강한 것 같습니다. 그 다음이 아이뎁스.
저희 안 만났으니까 이길 수 있다는 거. 태그 실력으로는 감히 저희는 다 우승도 해봤던 사람들이고 쿠데타 개인전이고 태그가 뭘로 나오는지 관심 없고 우리 개인전 가위가위보로 해서 1등 정한다. 보고 나온나.
저희 목표는 일단 GC 부산 블루, 레드, 쿠데타였잖아요.
블루팀은 꺾고 올라왔어요. 저희가 탈락시켰습니다. 레드팀이 패자조로 가더라고요. 올라왔는데 쿠데타네요. 맞죠? 솔직히 말해서 올. 하던 대로만 하면 질 것 같지가 않습니다.
저희 먼저 올라가 있을 테니까 부산 레드 혼내주고 다시 올라오시기 바랍니다.
우리가 쿠데타 원조 멤버잖아.
저희가 키워놓은 건데 그것 때문에 뭐 투표도 많이 받고 누군지는 모르는 아들이 막 이길라 들고.
작년에 쿠데타가 아이뎁스를 한 번도 못 이겼어요. 그 징크스는 계속 갈 겁니다.
Very interesting word coming in from the two sides. And coup d'etat, I mean, talking about them having basically a roster swap altogether, an overhaul of new players in this lineup now. And you see him on the screen, Youngwon Chae, Soo-won Lee, and Byung-hyun Jun. The master gunslinger is undoubtedly the best gunslinger we have in this entire tournament, and maybe in all of Korea as well. And Byung-hyun Jun has been the essential carry for them, especially in the tag and even in the singles. He's gotten some very crucial wins for his team.
Yeah, and Byung-hyun Jun has been, like you said, probably is the best gunslinger in Korea right now. Whenever he comes out in tags or singles, he always leads the fight. He doesn't follow his opponents. He leads the fight. He forces the opponents to make a move or maybe back away. So being able to do both as a gunslinger is what you're supposed to be doing, and he is the only gunslinger that I've seen so far in this tournament in season 1 that is able to control both sides.
Steps above every other gunslinger we've seen so far, but many have really tried to counter their effect, but IDES has yet to really go up against coup d'etat so far. This is going to be their first time they face up against coup d'etat and see what this hype is all about this super rookie. And we do have a super roster with Dae Choi, Hyung-Yu Kim, and Shin-Kyung Kim on the lineup. And see, these three combined together, when things go right, it can look very, very explosive. And see what they do against this super rookie team with Byung-hyun Jun. It's going to be a very interesting game to really follow.
Yeah, and as expected, they are bringing their normal competition out onto the field. We're not going to see Dae Choi on the Warlock, and we're not going to see Shin-Kyung Kim on the Destroyer. So yeah, we do have this original composition coming from IDEPS. However, Hyung-Yu Kim's Destroyer is always questioned.
You're wrong on that one. I think Dae Choi is going to go back to the war. This is going to be the composition we saw from Sunday. Warlock, Blade Dancer, and Soul Fighter.
The icons that when when they were doing the team introduction, it showed as if they were gonna come out, but now this is the real icons. And yes, you're right, Joel. We're gonna see Dae Choi on the Warlock, and I'm gonna be honest. And you saw in the VCR, even the players noticed, Dae Choi's Warlock did not play the game at all last week. So we'll see if he's able to get a little bit of playtime today.
His excuse is that they don't really need him. The other two players don't really need him to win the games there, and kind of could be the reason why they literally just handicap themselves, go to a 2v3 and still win the games. But this is a different opponent. I think coup d'etat is a lot stronger than the opponent they faced last week. So it's going to be very interesting to see how IDES withstood this competition that looked questionable from Sunday. Now they bring it back to the second round of semifinals and see if they can really pull through and go above this coup d'etat. It's a very essentially important match they have to win against.
Yeah, and if IDES wins against coup d'etat in this composition, then they might bring this on towards the next season and even to the Worlds. But if coup d'etat actually beats them, I hope that IDES goes back to their old selves.
We're going to be getting ready to go to game number 1 between coup d'etat and IDES. For this first place decided to see who makes it to finals. We're going to get the first game right on the way. Hear the cheers from both teams.
Oh, I've been wanting to see this 1v1 right now. Shin-Kyung Kim versus Byung-hyun Jun.
Oh, this game's already out. You can see that already. And time distortion had to be used on that one. See the first one coming from Youngwon Chae on the side of coup d'etat. Get the time distortion back, and Dae Choi is going to come in as well.
A little bit late from Dae Choi actually, but it's still going to do the same effect.
Yeah. That just means the cooldown on the time distortion effect will be a lot longer compared to the coup d'etat side.
An escape used by Byung-hyun Jun.
Really required a defensive interfere from the destroyer from Soo-won Lee.
So they did trade an escape together. However, like you said, the defensive interfere was used on coup d'etat side.
See another interfere now, defensive one. This time from.
Ooh, there we go. He did land that stun.
Kim, so the blade dancer should be fine for now. Yeah, that was very explosive in the early game here. 2v2 reactionary, is that going to lead to a lot of damage? The Warlock putting the damage on Bellinchon! And this is going to be incredible! And that's going to be the knockout from Bellinchon this early in the game. And this is going to be the trash talk turned into results right now. And Hyungju Kim comes out in this very much the 3v2 they've been looking for.
Wow. All right. So, you know, like I said, IDEPS, they weren't trolling last week and they're not trolling this week. They know how strong coup d'etat is and they still brought this composition out. And this time around, Daeyoung Choi actually did something to contribute.
This is incredibly difficult now for coup d'etat, losing Byung-Hyun this early in the game. This has never happened throughout Season 1, and this might be the first time where they might really face the difficulty of not having Byung-Hyun on the lineup. And the Warlock strikes a little bit once again. Young Chan tries to strike right back, but of course the interfere did come in from Hyungju Kim on the blade. That's very nicely done there.
Well, Byung-Hyun out with full resources, and like you said, the first time ever for Byung-Hyun to go out within 2 minutes of, you know, the first 10 minutes.
Literally, the game mechanics and the dynamics will be so different for both teams now. IDEPS can feel incredibly overconfident. That's not a wrong feeling to have because they have a huge advantage. Now that the gunslinger is out, they basically don't have the main source of damage. And Sang Lee and Young Che, they just somehow have to really make things work, but how can you get that done without the main source of power that has got you the win so far in Season 1?
Yeah, Byung-Hyun being able to do everything, doing the dealing, doing, you know, stalling time, but now he's gone. Oh, this is gonna be hell for coup d'etat right now.
Absolute trouble there, and IDEPS, they got the smiles on their faces. They know what this means when they got Byung-Hyun after this game. Saying within the first 2 minutes of the game, that's incredible to see. Jun Kim now just going to be playing around with the Soul Fighter to make Suan Lee's life difficult there. And all these games gone, that will force another tag. That's going to be the last tag already used. And Young Che is going to be out. He doesn't have his one tag, but he doesn't want to use it this early. He's going to get Shin Kim on the aerial. He's going to interfere defensively. Doesn't come through. And Shin Kim just wants to rely on his heals for the time being to make sure he stays healthy throughout the game.
Yeah, remember, Shin Kim is also a Warlock user, so he definitely knows when to use his escape, time it, and now he tags out. Last tag from Shin Kim as well.
Kim, it seemed like he was going to get chased by Young Che, but doesn't fall into that aerial. The shackles escape from, but again, trying to work in here. And here coming in, that's going to be a lot of damage towards Young Che, but that forced out the reaction in 2v2. So only had to come in with that last interfere point, and now they're out of all the interfere points now for the first 4 minutes, now just being spawned on the clock.
Yeah, we do have Hyungju Kim on the field, but when that defensive interfere came in from Suan Lee.
No interfere. There's no escape coming from this one. Young Che is going to be out. Understandably, Hyungju Kim gets the lightning drawn to finish him up, and Sang Lee is going to be out. No help from his teammate, no tag, no interfere, nothing now. And Sang Lee has to stay alive and cover this 1v3 scenario. He still has 5 minutes and 40 seconds to cover. How he's going to get this done?
We'll have to see, but right now Daeyoung Choi is on the field and he's taking some damage. But this is the most playtime he's gotten with this Warlock, and he's not doing so bad right now. Except that he might get wallbanged. There we go, Justin Cleaves, defensive interfere coming in.
Okay, Daeyoung Choi does have that tag point, one last one remaining, so he could use it if he wants to, but no interfere coming from his teammate will probably mean that Daeyoung Choi doesn't want to give a possibility of putting that 1v3 towards Suan Lee's side. Wants to make it this a clean win if they can. They have 2 more minutes to go until that interfere periods come back up for both teams.
We'll have to see if Daeyoung Choi will save that tag point until the end, and there we go. Shin Kim is in here, Suan Lee. This, they might have to stall it until this interfere point, because Suan Lee isn't taking too much damage right now.
And Shin Kim, you saw him pull off the strats there. Ultimate now coming in for. Will not come to anything because Judgment Cleave will be right there to stun him through it. Jun Kim is going to be relatively healthy, but that ultimate not connecting. Just allow him to move around just a little bit more with Suan Lee kind of running out of options to win this game.
Yeah, we'll have to see that dink right there from Suan. That's going to buy him some time. 9 seconds. Oh, Shin Kim is going to take a lot of damage. Just remember, Soul Fighters can heal a lot, and now 2 more seconds until the escapes come back for Shin Kim. He's gonna wait it out. He's gonna wait it out. Maybe he's waiting a little too long. Okay, he
careful
still
here.
saves it.
Use that heal just yet, so it might be back on cooldown, so we might be able to see that come through, but stun coming up now. Force him to get out of there. Keep
Okay,
going.
there we go with the escape. Ooh, all right, there we go. He used achievers to heal himself.
Moderate amount of heal though, still no interfere from his teammates until that 40 seconds left. Gonna get that 3-minute mark, get the interference right back for the two of the players from IDES. See that 2-1 lead still very much focused, trying to win this game here.
Yeah, there we go. Shingeki making his move. 10 seconds until an escape comes back and that force tag. So we'll see if Shingeki will be able to survive. He might just die. There we go. Back row chase.
Okay.
And
It
this
will come back, so that's gonna allow him to escape for now, and that's that keeping that distance intact. And Young Kim is gonna come out on full health, so another difficult assignment for Suwon Lee to cover, as the 3 seconds will indicate to us the interfere point will come back for all the players now.
All right. Well, unfortunately for coup d'etat, even though the interfered points come back, there's no one to interfere in. So it's going to be a 3v1 once again with the interfered points coming back. We'll see if they'll. Hyungyu Kim might actually want to use his ult to finish. There we go.
The ultimate coming from the
Daeyoung.
wall. That will connect, and Daeyoung Choi just had the Hongmun ult ready to go as soon as he interfered in. Got him onto the area, very nicely done Hyungyu Kim, and just allowed that free and the freest of ultimates coming from that Warlock. From Daeyoung Choi, it's a very nicely done. He did a lot more than time distortion that time around,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
got the damage done. And Byung-in being out of the game so early made it extremely difficult for coup d'etat, as we see IDES pick up the game 1 victory.
Yeah, and in the VCRs, both coup d'etat and IDEPS, they kind of had a little beef and trash talking going back and forth. And now, after the first set, IDEPS definitely came on top by just deleting Byung-in right here. This was just mostly done by Daeyoung Choi, surprisingly, and at the end, Hyungyu Kim comes in to finish him off. But Daeyoung Choi right there, the timing and the aerial damage was just amazing coming from that Warlock.
Byung-in a bit overconfident. That might be the question we want to ask here, because he's been such a good player throughout this whole season, and we just expect him to really think that none of this really happened on autopilot. It was about him just doing well, putting the efforts on right when it counted the most, and got him the praise that he's been getting all season long. And what happens is to the complacency, especially for rookies, is that you're doing so well, you just think everything will go along your way, but that wasn't the case of it. And round 1, now going over to IDEPS, it seems like coup d'etat has to think something back here, because game 2 will be singles, but game 3 will be right back with a tag, see if they can get a better round the next time around.
Yep, we'll have to see now. We're moving on to set 2, which will be singles, and who will be coming out and which classes will they be bringing out. And I'm pretty sure Byung-in is kind of angry about how fast he died. He reminded me of Daeyoung Choi last week, but you don't expect that from Byung-in, so it was a surprise. And we'll see if he's going to come out for singles to kind of redeem himself, or he might send out another teammate just for him to gather his thoughts together.
And it's going to be Byung-in, the rookie, versus the 3 very experienced players with Daeyoung Choi, Hyungyu Kim, and Shingyun Kim. But an assassin mirror match being called upon here. Daeyoung Choi going back to his assassin, maybe the best assassin we still have here in Korea, but going to be up against Young Che, was formerly an assassin main, but had to change up to a Warlock just to add to the composition. But this is going to be the singles for the 2 assassins to decide the winner for set 2.
Yeah, and assassin mirror against when Daeyoung Choi comes out as an assassin in singles and you're doing a mirror, the opponent, there's always something on the line for the opponent, because Daeyoung Choi, the previous year, he has been the best assassin. He probably still is the best assassin in Korea currently. So, for any assassins to go up against Daeyoung Choi's assassin, it's probably an honor and also another chance.
It's going to be another challenge that they have to overcome, because coup d'etat is currently down 1-0. See if they can pull it right back even. Young Chan has the opportunity to do so, but I guess still doing it against Daeyoung Choi. Let's see what happens in this assassin mirror match. Let's get to round number 2. Here we are, just getting ready for this assassin mirror match. You know how fast this could eventually end. One crucial stun could mean the end of these games here, and Daeyoung Choi now already has to use a stealth. That's already First escape gone.
Oh.
Lotus escape gone as well. So Young Chen, this is his opportunity. He knows both escapes are going to one more stun. Probably end this game in a flare here.
Oh no, this is one Lotus of Escape out for Youngwon. Still has a stealth. Youngwon has to make a move without using his stealth, because now if Youngwon gets CC'd and uses his stealth, Daeyoung Choi CC will come back to his escape. So now Daeyoung Choi slowly will make his move actually on the other hand, because Youngwon lost the chance. And here we go.
Nice stuff coming through. The landmine just getting ready to be webbed and planted, and the bombard will come in as well. Stealth being used now by Youngwon. The close shave and the bombard is going to be doing just fine.
Oh, he actually lands that.
Okay, the stun will come through. This is
Oh,
going to be the
gosh.
end. 8 seconds left to finish him off, and 5
Damn.
more seconds. I think Daeyoung Choi just might have enough damage to get the stun. 2 more seconds. 1 more, and that can use the Lotus Escape to get out there. But does he have the Lotus planted?
No,
That's going to be the question. He does not, and the Poison Breath will be enough to finish him off, and still the best assassin in the world. Daeyoung Choi gets another victory to IDES, giving him the 2-0 advantage now.
Yeah, I hope the replay shows this, but there was a moment where Youngwon was stealth and Daeyoung Choi kind of shadow slash, you know, to take him out of stealth, and it actually lands. And that actually bought him the offensive card to go aggressive, and that was just amazing. We'll have to see if it comes out in the replay.
We didn't see Young Chae after he got both
Yeah.
escapes away. He didn't go very aggressive against his opponent, and that might be his downfall right there, because see, you get caught in the same situation. Daeyoung Choi decides to be aggressive. This is the reward you get, and literally having no chance to escape for your opponent. Low shade with a poison breath to finish him off, and that will be the victory. But Daeyoung Choi still looking just as strong. Not just on the Warlock anymore. It's going to be still very, very much the best assassin we know here in Korea.
And, you know, I'm kind of disappointed that the replay didn't show the part that I wanted to see. However, you know, I just explained it to you guys. You know, Daeyoung Choi was able to take out Youngwon Chen from stealth with that Shadow Slash, and that actually got him the offensive card to win this. And like Joel also mentioned, that Youngwon Chen took out Daeyoung Choi. Both of his escapes were out back to back, so Youngwon Chen knew he had at least 30 seconds to work around. However, he could not make an offensive move to, you know, take out Daeyoung Choi. Hence, he ended up losing.
Came that situation. All we're gonna see set 3. Another chance at the tag. See what that happens, because they going back to the same format here. Daeyoung Choi, Hyung Kim, and Shin Kim really believing in their Warlock, Blade Dancer, and the Soul Fighter composition. For the coup d'etat, going back to their usual, just relying on Byung and Jun. If he dies out once again, that will be just another deja vu moment where it repeats to another loss, and we'll be down 3-0. So coup d'etat, they have to keep Byung and Jun alive. They have to keep it safe. Every little interfere that you can do to make sure he stays alive will be the priority here.
Yeah, and remember guys, this is best of 7, so first team to win 4 points. And if coup d'etat wins this, like Joel said, this is going to be 3-0 for IDEF, sorry, not coup d'etat. IDEF will have 3-0, so you know, this is coup d'etat definitely has to cut this momentum off.
It's going to be the momentum shift that really has been looking for coup d'etat, to see if they can get a win right back. To get the game on their sails here, as game 3 is about to get underway. Another tag match. Decide who gets the next point. Here you go, the third game now begins. Byung Jun back down. Shin Kim, last time around. So Byung Jun getting wiped out from the Warlock damage that came in from Daeyoung Choi on the Sphere.
Let's see how this matchup plays out once again, because Byung Jun definitely had to have thought of something to go up against Shin Kim and not get one combo.
See this damage coming in. Warlock trying to come in for the interfere for the time distortion on the side of IDES, but coup d'etat, they're keeping their time distortion now. Now they're using it. And that right on to play.
Alright, here we go. We do have that stagger time distortion coming in, but Byung Jun once again in the air, taking some damage. Shin Kim took more. It's not looking too bad for Byung Jun this time around.
Definitely is going to allow for the play and does not even stall the time as Youngwon Chan comes in from the attack point being used. Byung Jun use that to just get in here, and very early much attack point used for the side of coup d'etat.
See, there we go with the back roll chase, forcing out that escape. And Shingyun Kim, just because he has no escape, he's not going to tag out right away, as you can see.
Shingyun Kim still push forward here, and he gets the job done up, stalling out time to make sure he stays healthy. Of course, with that chi burst to heal himself up. Shingyun Kim in a dangerous situation though. Get caught up by the defensive interferer coming through. He's gonna go for the counter attack themselves, but Shingyun Kim just wants to stall out 10 more seconds to make sure he goes out with a free tag off to his teammate.
Youngwon Che taking so much damage, he ends up tagging out.
Okay, second tag point
Wow.
already used, and wow. It's already a huge burst being put away by coup d'etat here, but IDEPS looking very good once again for this round 3.
Yeah, Shingyun Kim taking out 2 tag points all by himself and ends up saving his own. So that was a very big, gain for IDEPS right now.
Dan Choi out on the field. That's the Warlock pull in. Kim on the interfere. He comes in as well, so this is going to be important to see what Byung Jun can do once again. Youngwon Che is out all of a sudden. Dan Choi.
Oh my. Youngwon Che, I don't know that interfere, if it was worth, it's definitely not worth, but being eliminated now, at least it's not Byung Jun.
But you lose the second best member with a Warlock that's always essential to any type of composition. You can have the time to torch, you can talk with the Sanctum, anything with the interfere that can utilize very well to help with your teammate, but that's definitely not going to be an option anymore, and Byung Jun has to just survive with Suwon Lee on the lineup, and round 3 is also looking very, very grim for the side of coup d'etat.
Yeah, and if coup d'etat is unable to cut this momentum off, this might actually just be a 4-0 if IDEPS is able to carry this on to set 4.
We talked about teams being outmatched in terms of one team being a lot better than the other last week, but this week we expected a lot more cluster matchups, but that doesn't seem to be the case already, as Byung Jun having R10 once again stunned up. Just gonna stay out there, let that come through, and enjoy. Once again gonna get a free tag, so still no tag point being used by any member of the entire side of IDEPS. Very, very nicely done once again.
Byung Kim comes in, does get chased, uses his escape. However, Byung Jun has 5 seconds for that force tag. Byung Kim is definitely gonna make his move. There we go. Defensive interference tag will come out.
Okay, but still gonna stay up in the air because he was tagged out forcibly in midair because of that timer. Just gonna allow the damage to continue on with Suwon Lee, but what are you gonna do here with Dan Choi just giving the time to switch and giving all the cooldowns back into play, and Suwon Lee has to stay alive here and really can't force out to tag out. Byung Jun.
Ooh, offensive interfere!
Young Kim, have to be careful.
Okay,
gonna
tags
tag
out.
out. First tag point being used by the side of IDEPS now.
Alright, finally one good showing from Byung Jun and Suwon Lee's airborne. That was good. This is what Byung Jun needs. He needs his teammates to create opportunities for him. And now Shingyun Kim is back out against Byung Jun, and this did not go so well in round 1 and in the first beginning of this 3rd round.
There's no interfere from the side of coup d'etat. Byung Jun will knock in any defensive help. He has to tag out, which he does, and final tag point being used by coup d'etat altogether. Destroy ultimate, seemingly connecting for a bit, but he's gonna just allow him to come in. That nice chase coming through.
Oh, another offensive interfere!
Very nicely done. Hyungi Kim facing the difficulty once again. He just might have to tag out. I think that might be the best option to go with here.
Yeah, we'll have to see if since the Destroyer, Suwon has all of his escapes. The double knockback!
Hyungi Kim can tag out. He does
not.
Oh, Hyungi Kim
The daze,
literally.
the daze!
Oh,
no, he
my.
was dazed. He didn't get up. He was out of breath.
I think he literally could have had a little bit better moment to not be so greedy with not using the tag, but it's gonna be them going out now and pushing it. Kim and Dan Choi. It's a good duo to stay alive here, but seems like the win percentage has gone down just a little bit there with Hyungi Kim going down.
Just a little bit, we'll see. But today, Shingyun Kim is on a good day. He's been doing so much work by himself. He has, gave his team so much advantageous moves. And once again, he's making his move against Suwon Lee, and I'm pretty sure he's confident whether it be Suwon Lee or Byung Jun on the field right now.
He is trying to tag out towards Dan Choi. Stays alive for the time being. Dan Choi is going to go for the damage, and Suwon Lee can't be saved by his teammate. Byung Jun had no interfere to help out his teammate. Dan Choi easily just maneuver finish to his opponent. Byung Jun last man standing.
Oh, Byung Jun already using his escape. This is not looking good. When you're alone, you have to pull off a 1v2 if you want to win this. But not being able to, tab escape when you get CC'd is not going to be good.
Annie here trying to go for the damage, but what can he do? He's so far behind. He's trying to knock down the familiar, which he does a good job of doing that. Danger is going to be a little bit weaker, more vulnerable to see what he can do with his circumstance, but gonna tag out now to Shingen Kim and Soul Fighter, maybe to just finish off this gunslinger here. Byung-Jun has been good all season, but this might be the end of what he can do as a solo carry for his team. But Byung-Jun, I think he might just have a hard time now. Can he get away? He just used his save to get out of there.
Wow, Shingen Kim, that was just... He's not giving any room to Byung-Jun to think about his next move. He's just pressuring him back and forth.
Oh, another stun. I think this is going to be the end.
Combo.
There's nothing that can finish him
back
down.
Row chase into the ult finish.
Of course, you're trying to ult at an overkill there, but very nicely done for Shingen Kim. And Dan Choi, I think he was the MVP throughout that entire tag match, doing all the lethal damage. Everything was on point for this Warlock that we have criticized so much last week. But IDEF, I think they're ready to play with this competition now, and I think they're ready to face anything with it.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that because, in the first round, in the first set when IDEF came out with this competition, I was afraid that Daeon Choi might get deleted. He might not, get the play time that he wanted. But today, everybody on IDEFs is on a different level, and they're showing how experienced they are compared to Kureta. Regardless of Kureta having skilled players individually, that as a team, IDEFs definitely has that experience, and this is definitely showing in all these tag matches that we've been seeing. Coming out with new composition, still being dominant against such a strong team such as Kureta.
We have to remind ourselves that Kureta, this is their first time going up against IDEF, so little did they expect of how the power had to be so strong on the side of their opponents. And really, I mean, Dan Choi just was unexpectedly strong and did so well for his team on that Warlock. And Shingen Kim on the Soul Fighter did everything correctly as well. I should say, Shingen Kim is on his good day today, and that can be very scary for your opponents every time that comes through. But everything was being composedly correct. I think Hyung Kim dying out with the blade dancer was a little bit of a mistake, but otherwise, I think IDEF played that pinpoint to perfection.
Yeah, definitely, and like you said, when Shingen Kim is on a good day, it's very scary because he's the two-time world champion winner. He's the player that got 2 classes nerfed when it first came out, so he's definitely something. And when he's on a good day, this is the outcome. Right now, IDEF's up 3-0 against Kureta.
Could be the last match here. I think the momentum shift is already going so far in favor of IDEF, and whatever this turns out to be, another tag, another single, it doesn't really matter. I feel like they have it in the bag. It's gonna be the single to probably round us off, and I don't see Kureta having a big win percentage now after losing 3 games in a row.
Yeah, they've lost all their singles and tags, as you see on the bottom of the screen. And if IDEF win this is going to be the first 4-0 in this best of 7s. And let's see who they will be sending out, because Daeon Choi already came out, so it has to be either Hyung Kim or Shingen Kim. And I'm thinking Shingen.
Whatever it may be, I want to see Byung-Jun and see what he can do. I mean, as one of his last games, see if he can play here. Of course, even if he loses this one, he got another opportunity tomorrow to face up against whoever the 3rd place team will be. But more importantly, are we going to see Shingen Kim on the play here? Are we going to see Byung-Jun on the play here? He's got that smile on his face. Usually that doesn't mean something very good. We got something very unexpected in store for you guys. I can already tell by the expression being brought up by Shingen Kim here.
Yeah, and now on the side of Kureta, it seems as if, Byung-Jun is kind of tilted for losing 3 games in a row, and he does not have the answer to deal with IDEF. So we'll see who will be coming out for set 4.
Oh, it's actually going to be Hyung Kim,
Okay.
But bringing out the assassin instead of gunslinger. So the promise made during that interview doesn't come through, where they said they want to have a shootout with the 2 gunslingers. Definitely has to come to fruition, but Hyung Kim's going to bring out his main class, which is the assassin. Some people tend to forget that his original class started off with the assassin, but he has to go up against the gunslinger here, Byung-Jun. Wonder if he can redeem himself.
Yeah, and Byung-Jun, you just saw for a moment there, he had a smirk on his face. I think in his head, he was thinking exactly what you said. Hyung Kim, he wanted that duel with the gunslingers, but now he's bringing out his main. So, Byung-Jun in his head probably thinking he's probably scared of my gunslinger to go up 1v1 when he has a chance to win. So he's bringing out his main as an assassin. We'll see how this ends up.
Any type of confidence will do them justice, because Kureta needs every hope in the world to come back for this one, being 3-0 down. See see if they can bring up 1 point in this game 4. It will be the last one. If Idus wins out this one, we're going to find out in this game number 4. This could be the last game ending.
Yeah.
Could be the last one if Kudeta does not win out this one. If Byung-Jun does not win out this one against the assassin of Hyung Kim. This will be their last match before they get to the second place decider. Tomorrow.
Yep, and stealth is already used by Hyung Kim. Byung-Jun, you know, I expect a lot from him. And, you know, him losing 3 games in a row was definitely unexpected. But this time around, a solos 1v1 against Hyung Kim. Not saying Hyung Kim is bad or, you know, less than Byung-Jun. But Byung-Jun has been doing so well that, you know, it wouldn't be surprising if he just, you know, took an easy win.
Kim taking the early damage there and gonna force out the stun. Allowing that escape to come through for Byung-Jun, but he doesn't have an escape anymore. So if he gets stunned one more time, that will be trouble for the gunslinger, but he's putting a lot of damage towards his opponent, looking very good for this first phase.
There we go, he has a resist up right now around him. He's still out of escape. Not waiting for that CC. Wow.
Okay, full health. Actually, 100-0. Now finding his comfort zone, he's saying, nah, you're not good for me, you're not good enough for me, and that's definitely going to be Byung-Jun on the winning end and on the smiling end as well, because seems like Hyung Kim, ooh,
He accepts that he was owned.
own it indeed, and we were talking about that before, and it came through, and Byung-Jun needed performances like this to boost his morale and for his team in general, but we have another single underway, so this could be also still always a match point after that 3 losses in a row, so Byung-Jun, without him, they have to find another ally to again hopefully pull through another victory in this set 5, which will be another singles to come.
Yeah, and remember, we can't have overlapping players come out in set 5. Only set 7 can you have overlapping players. So set 5 is decided. It's Suwon Lee versus Shin Kim. And you know, this is going to be interesting because Suwon Lee could only, his main is the Destroyer, only plays the Destroyer. And you know, as we saw in set 3 in the tag match, he was enduring against a 1v2 or 1v3 for a very long time. So he's a formidable Destroyer. We'll see how Shin Kim would actually approach Suwon Lee's Destroyer.
Okay, so it's going to be Suwon Lee and the Shin Kim. Shin Kim on the Warlock this time. So without the Soul Fighter, it feels like he still has the potential to win out against this Destroyer here. He knows that Suwon Lee literally does not play anything else but a Destroyer. So the best count that he came up with is going to be the Warlock in this instance. So Shin Kim, I think, ready to close out this one and bring themselves to the finals. They will be the first seed going through if they win out this next one. And Shin Kim and the boys from IDES, they're going to be really happy about their accomplishment already in the season, just getting ready for whoever their opponents may be.
Yeah, and you know, I'm happy that Kudeta was able to cut off the momentum of IDES, because I felt that with the momentum that they were going 3-0, IDES might have pulled off a 4-0, but now it's 3-1.
Everything's still on the line, and Kudeta has all the chances in the world, but they have to win every single game. They cannot lose this one, including that one. That's going to come through with IDES. Look at Shin Kim trying to finish out this one in game number 5. You can get this one to conclude in this game number 5. Do we have the Fury Destroyer?
Yep, we do. He's going for that one punch man. See if Shin Kim will be able to play around that.
No persistence the side of Suwon Lee, and
Shin Kim does not know that yet. Oh, actually, no, now he does. The Furious proc is coming in. There we go. Woo!
the Warlock.
The thrall is just gone.
Yeah, the Familiar is absolutely just gone out of there, and now just looking for the damage. The stun does come through, and escape not used quite yet for Shin Kim.
Saving it. This is, you know, the grapple isn't too hard. Oh, Shadow Destroyer is just going offensive. However, there we go with the CC. The escape is used. The one and only escape from the destroyer is used. So after this grab finishes, Shin Kim might summon the thrall and make his move.
But he hit a little
damage!
stun and the Fury Destroyer. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the Fury and the Shadow. This new destroyer skill build that he's been using, and that a lot of people in tag destroyers have been using this build, and wow, tons of damage coming through.
And we're already into set number 6 after a 3-game losing streak by Kudeta, and we thought it would just be over in set 4, but they still stick on. They still hold on to this, and God, absolutely just brutal in the way they just demolish down your opponent. And maybe the Warlock wasn't the right. Talking about the counter to it, spinning around with the axe, and my goodness, wow, that is what.
It literally says wow, but it's more, it's funnier because it's so short written in Korean compared to English or anything.
It just says wow.
Yeah, wow. But yeah, that was
That's what we said.
Yeah, that was definitely worth that screen filled just with one word. But now we're back to tag. We'll see if Kudeta will be able to counter this, and you know, they do have that momentum back, winning 2 games in a row. However, losing all tags, this is the last match that they have to win if they want to get a chance to actually move up into the grand finals.
The tag match hasn't looked very good for Kudeta for the time being, and they're going to be back against IDEPS to see if they can pull the game through. Of course, the successful competition for IDEPS has been the unregular, very much the unconventional one with the Warlock Blade Dancer. So far, they're bringing it back once again.
Young Che is on the assassin instead of the Warlock.
Okay. So no utility whatsoever. So that's going to be all about damage and trying to provide the defensive tools more than anything with the Destroyer. But otherwise, it's going to be just a vulnerable 3 classes they have to go through against IDES. But it's a really tough one to see what that makes out of it, because Game 6 is still at match point as it was starting from game number 4. But set 4 goes over to Kudeta. Set 5 goes over to Kudeta. And set 6, I think this has to be going to very much an evenly matchup and see what which team picks up the win here.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because this is also once again up in the air because Kudeta has changed their composition and they're going all out offensive with Youngwon Che coming out on the assassins. And you know, they already know how IDEPS plays with the same composition that they're coming out with. So now we'll see if IDEPS will be able to also defeat the new Kudeta composition. If they do, then that just gives them the win and also proves that this composition works with roster changes in the middle of the battle.
Be very important. Kudeta versus IDEPS, it has been one-sided until game 3.
Yeah.
With IDEPS picking up 3 wins in a row, but they have lost 2 straight now, and Kudeta now looking on their hopes to see if they can stick on this one, trying to make it to the final. They still have a chance to do it. They have to win many, many games from here on, but this may be the one that they do it. A tag match once again between Kudeta and IDEPS. Let's get into game number 6. Begin. On the gunslinger against Shin Kim, the Soul Fighter. See a very early aggression coming from the gunslinger, forces out the defense to interfere from the Blade Dancer Hyung Kim.
Definitely capitalize on that. Kudeta did not need to do a reactionary interfere to help out Byung Hyun. Here we go, Byung Hyun going aggressive. Shin Kim just taking all the damage by himself.
Still gonna go for all the damage in the world, and Shin Kim having a hard time now, but it's gonna go on the reaction PB2. And see the aerial coming in from Shin Kim meant that trouble would have began. Feeling fine now as the 2v2 reaction, it leads to no damage at all.
That was a good defensive interfere coming from Kudeta, because if not, Daewon Choi was ready to do that aerial damage with that Warlock, and Byung Hyun once again would have been eliminated. But now, Shin Kim in the air, reactionary 2v2 once again.
The defensive one used once again. Kim already using his second interfere on this first round of play, so using a lot of interferes and probably using a lot of resources early. Could mean that they have to be a little more careful now, with Shin Kim still on very low health.
Alright, he ends up using his tag point. So was all that interfere worth it to try to keep Shin Kim alive? When at the end of the day, he's going to use tag, and Hyung Kim just tags out right away with nothing happening.
Hey, Daewon Choi with the Warlock here and see what he can do, because for the time being, Chin, very good to close all the damage and reaction 2-2 once again, but they enjoy taking a lot of damage along with the Thrall just dying out in that instance.
Yeah, Suan Lee, the Destroyer, comes in for that offensive interference. Oh, Daeyoung not looking good. Deletes that Thrall.
Hey, Young Jun. So much damage. Shinga Kim is back out on the field. Second tag point having to be used by items.
We'll see if Shinga Kim will get back on his feet, because, you know, all that loss coming in after the 3 wins straight. Have escape into the ground ripple.
Okay, trying to go for the wall bang there. It does not happen. Shinga Kim is going to be stunned up, taking a lot of damage with the assassin. And what a play coming from Young Chen. It's going to destroy Daeyoung Choi. We've seen this before, and it definitely happened on the other side last time around. But this time, Idem's going to lose their Warlock very early in this game.
Will we see a set 7? It seems as if we will, if Kudeta carries this on.
Are we going to see the ultimate reverse sweep, going 3 matches down and 4 sets in a row to win out the game? That will be an incredible story for Kudeta, but for the time being, let's keep focused on this, because set 6 is going downhill for Items.
Yeah, look at both of their health. Hyungkyu and Shingyum, they're both...
Oh, just a snipe coming in from Young and Jun. That's going to be good enough to finish up the Young Kim. And Shinga Kim has on basically no health. How is he going to survive 1v3 in this instance?
Yeah, we'll have to see, because right now, at least, Byung Jun is the only player.
Oh, the Byung Jun is going to be finishing him off in the aerial. Nothing to do there, Shinga Kim. How long can he survive? But I don't think the answer is going to... He's going to be living for not much longer here.
Yep. Just one more tick. One more pick from anybody, and Byung Jun does it.
Byung Jun tagged out, but came in back in with the interfere. Anything to do with killing out Shinga Kim, he does that there in Kudeta. Wow, are we seeing what we're seeing here? Are we seeing this? 3v3 now, 3-3 in terms of scoreline. It used to be 0-3 against Kudeta, but they won 3 in a row, and now they're getting to do this ultimate reverse sweep. One more single left to go, and any player out of the 3 can play to decide the winner of this match here.
Yeah, and all of the smiles off of Idem's face.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm now, like you said, it was 3-0. Now it's 3-3. One more singles in set 7 will decide who will go up into the grand finals, and no, it's undecided. I don't know how Kudeta did it, because after 3 losses straight, it seemed as if Byung Jun was kind of tilted when he was shown on camera. But after winning that one, you know, that one single, he actually got his confidence back, and he just carried on after that, and he was able to carry that momentum on for a 3-win straight.
My goodness, and
jeez,
we're seeing this, and
yeah, this is real.
Wow, I mean, I'm still just dissolving everything that I'm seeing right now. I'm trying to just digest what I'm seeing here, because Kudeta looks like a much weaker team. You know, before we got to Game 7, but 3 games in a row. You see that right there on the graph here, right there on the bottom. Yeah. 3 wins in a row for Idas, and it seemed like set 4 was going to be a quick exit for Kudeta to go to that second place decider, but no way in the world. And Kudeta picks up 3 wins of their own in a row and set 7. Now everything is up in the air, but Kudeta is seemingly very strong in the momentum now.
I'm so curious of who will come out for this last set. That is everything on the line. Like I said, if they win today, they secure at least second place.
It's going to be absolutely huge in set 7. Who's going to make the appearance now? Young Jun coming in, but Daeyoung Choi is going to be his opponent on the Assassin. Last time this was played
with Hyungkyu Kim on the Assassin,
it did not work.
Yeah, it did not go so well. It seems as if Daeyoung Choi kind of saying, you know, let me give it a try, but this is not the time to give it a try. You have to come out and have the will and have the confidence to win.
But what else do you stand out if you're Idas? Basically, you have 3 players who are good at Assassin and maybe the Soul Fighter, and Warlock definitely does not work against a gunslinger we've seen in the past, but man, what are you supposed to play? The Assassin is the best bet, and Daeyoung Choi, of course, being the best Assassin in the world, see what they can do.
Yeah, we'll have to see, and let's hope that, you know, whichever side wins shows us a good last match.
Game 7 to decide it all, ladies and gentlemen. Coup d'etat items, it's not over yet. And Byung and Jun seems to be that Super Rookie wants to make the big story now. If he can beat Choi, he's going to go up straight up to the finals. We'll see if he can do it on this last game of the match. My goodness, this semifinals winners match has been absolutely outstanding in Coup d'etat. Making the story for themselves now, and Dan Choi is going to be the last one in line to face up against the Super Rookie, Byung and Jun.
Will this be a happy ending for Coup d'etat? Coming back, that reverse sweep, and both escapes are out for Dae Choi already!
Any type of CC, any at all, any type of aerial, anything you can get, that will mean tremendous damage against Dae Choi. 15 seconds on the stealth. And is likely taking his time now.
Dae Choi has to find that. There we go. He's definitely doing his job for buying time until that stuff comes back. And now he's kind of comfortably making his move because he knows he won't get one shot at back roll.
Hey, another stealth being used by
chase.
Dan Choi. So very nice chase being played by Byung Jun to make sure he stays very much shaken here. 5 seconds left until the Lotus escapes come back, but he can start to stun now. He tries to go for it, but Byung Jun.
Oh, okay. The escape has been used. Now back roll chase.
Hey.
Oh gosh. Here we go. This is the start of the end.
Dan Choi. Can he get this through? 23 seconds left.
He definitely knows that he has more than enough time. Oh, look at this guy. Look at Dae Choi.
This is it. I think this is it. IDEPS, no chance for them to lose now. Coup d'etat. They fought strong, won 3 in a row, but Dae Choi for IDEPS is going to get them to the grand finals.
All right, so now we know that Hyungyu Kim is definitely under Dae Choi in Assassins, because Dae Choi just made it seem so easy, even though he lost all his escapes so early in the game, and he got chased, so he had to use his stealth right away when he got it back, and he still was able to, you know, go aggressive on Byung Jun and, you know, 100-0 him.
How devastating must it be for the side of Coup d'etat? They've just put up all the hopes in the world to make sure they think they were going to win out this when they may get themselves to the finals, but wow, a lot closer than we expected. We talked about set 7, when will it come through? I didn't expect it to come in this fashion ending, and man, Byung Jun, he put up a heck of a fight throughout this entire series, and his last opponent in line was Dan Choi, but was too much of a hurdle to come over.
Yep, and at that moment when he was frozen, Dae Choi learned the skill to walk up 2 steps, and he actually posed up there on top of the steps before he finished them off. And you know, Dae Choi, this is why we call him the current best assassin. You know, he proves us right.
Dae Choi, he just doesn't know how to fall, and still looking like he's the best one to really have to beat out if you're ultimately going to beat out IDEPS in the end. So now that just goes to a warning sign for every other team in the league right now. IDEPS, is there any team that can really defeat this team? Especially it goes to a longer set where Dae Choi and the rest of the teams of IDEPS really looking like they want a strong team, really can't be defeated right now.
Well, you know, I'm happy that IDEPS actually, the new composition worked out for them. I'm expecting a lot from IDEPS coming through, but you know, now IDEPS will be waiting at the grand final seeding.
We're going to get to a short break, obviously, and get back to the second set, which is going to be GC Busan and Anarchy from the losers bracket to see who's going to be fighting against Coup d'etat in the end for tomorrow's match, the last series. We will be coming to you guys after a short break, so we'll be right back.
확실히 이거는 박진희 선수가 세게
네. 오, 빨리 빼라. 좋고.
너무 공격적으로 가서 신나다가는 역공 받고 질 수도 있기 때문에 조심스럽게 해야 됩니다.
너무 지금 중주가 박혀서 다행이라는 생각이 들 정도예요.
템포 정말 빠르죠. 태그 매치에서의 스탠딩은 다소 방해가 있기 때문에 싱글이 진다다 이런 얘기를 지금 하고 있습니다.
여기서 중주 빼네요.
다 뺐어요.
네, 이러면 수 한번 고르고 나서 박진유는 본인이 원하는 타이밍 때 한번 들어갈 수 있죠. 대신 중주가 빠지는 타이밍. 콤보
뒤에 잡았어요.
네, 봐야 돼요.
이거 거의 마무리 될 수 있겠는데요?
그렇죠. 뒤쪽으로 잠입 한번 들어가면서
독술
박진유.
지난주에는 즐겜이었다. 지금 한준호 선수의 강탈이 없기 때문에 힘싸움으로 가게 되면 최영훈 선수가 유리할 수 있거든요. 이길 수 있어요.
근데 여기서 반딜.
네. 힘으로 구해주면서 오히려 딜을 넣었습니다.
그나마 좀 위험한 타이밍을 하거든요. 근데 여기서 탈기를 빼자마자 전병현이 이런 얘기가 들었죠 또. 네. 본인의 의지로는 못 들어가요. 아군들에게 지금 난이 포인트가 어려워. 무조건 2대1을 강제해요. 2대1을 강제해요. 2대1을 강제할 뽑아내겠다라는 생각. 뽑아냈어요.
이런 식으로
네.
다소 뻔한 공격 타이밍을 잘 넘겼어요. 이제는 난입이 없기 때문에 아이렉스로 공격을 들어갈 만한 선수가 거의 찾아냈죠.
그렇죠.
못 피했어요.
이거 점수가 그대로 갖고 죽었는데요?
이러면
이거는-
이거는 변수가 많이 생겼죠.
이거는 김신겸이 진짜 마음 먹고 1대1로
잡아낼 수도 있는 상황이죠.
32, 33, 34, 35, 37. 2명 혼자 3명 다 죽이면 이거는
김영규 선수에게 별로 기대하지 않았던 홍문호이가 또 대박을 내면서 홍문호이
자 1대1 끝까지 보자.
이상하게
끝까지
굴러가죠.
보자. 예, 말씀해주신 진짜 끝까지 봐야 됩니다. 이거.
지금 상황에서는
탈기 캡치. 차차차차차차.
박정민 선수가 잘 잡는 선수예요.
발표에. 와 소름이.
사람에게도 기회가 있습니다.
네. 다시 한번 콤보 이어가죠.
후반에 3피 이상이 남아 있을까요?
다시 한번
계속 괴롭히죠.
역장. 여기서 한 번 버텨줍니다.
그래도 흑공을 잡혔을 때 벗어날 수 있는 한기 발산도 있고
네.
탈출이 없죠.
이거 잡아.
내려.
거기서 마무리가 되겠네요. 김영규.
이걸 김영규가
쪽에서 서로 거리 맞춰 기절.
계속 포인트 벌면서 판정까지 갈 생각을 한다라면
네.
기관사가 이길 수 있습니다.
말씀. 오. 붙어 때리기. 네. 22호. 예, 추가로 데미지 더 넣어놓고. 이거 탈기 쓸 때까지 계속 뭔가 계속 집어넣고. 이거 기절.
원래는 어느 정도 데미지를 허용하더라도
네.
착실하게 포인트 쌓다가 상대방이 조급해진 틈에 한 방을 노려야 되는데 그래도
네.
오 이거 뭐야? 이게
지금 다리가 얼어있기 때문에 또 때릴 수가 없죠.
공주? 그래도 한 번 더 버텨줄 수 있어요.
쫓아갑니다.
네.
은신 찾아내요.
자, 여기서 미시 들고 버티고 피가 차고
버티는 거 김신경도 잘하거든요. 근데 누르기 당하면 이제는 몰라요. 하지만
떠버리면 안 되죠.
네. 와.
개인전은 권사로 나와야죠.
어?
전병현 선수가
저항 그 자체.
정말 화려하죠.
네. 끌려?
선봉 들어갑니다.
한번
네. 자 이렇게 몰아가고요. 아이고.
이거 추가 캐치 탈기
네.
쓰라는 거예요.
한번 돌아버리는데.
탈기 썼는데 맞았어요. 그러기
반대.
이거 또 탈기.
감독에게는
네.
산사태가 남아있기 때문에 전병현 한 번만 더 걸리면 확실하게 마무리 지을 수 있거든요.
그래서 이거는 전면에도 거리가 없네. 와. 보기 힘든 장면 되게 많이 나오네요. 자 기절. 이제 써야 돼요.
이거 봐.
눌렀어요. 그러기.
마음이 급했습니다. 확실하게 끝낼 수 있는 찬스를 강동일이 놓치고
장난 아닙니다 쿠데타.
네. 이거 어떡하죠? 너무 힘들어졌어요. 아나키 굉장히 자존심 상하는 경기예요.
다 못했어요. 조합이 안 좋고 좋고를 떠나서 말을 안 듣는데 어떻게 이겨.
우빈이가 제일 안 들어요. 좀 멍타요. 그게 3년째거든요. 그래서 제가 나갔거든요. 그러니까 다시 왔는데 또 그렇네. 말 좀 잘 들어라 우빈아.
정신 차리고.
형이 말하면 대답을 해야지.
태그를 조금 안일하게 생각하지 않은가 싶어요.
송현태 선수가 좀 이렇게 메인을 하는데 조금 긴장을 해가지고 경기가 좀 잘 안 풀린 것 같아요.
전 의미 없습니다. 윤태야, 졌다고 막 할 필요 없어.
거의 막 시체네. 왜 살아있노? 어?
레드가 옛날만큼 그런 포스는 풍기지 않다고 생각을 했거든요.
선수가 바뀌었잖아요.
뭐 아나키 팀이 한계가 있다는 게 아직 느껴져서
저보다 형님이신 작은 캐릭 하시는 분 계시거든요.
왜 은퇴를 안 하는 거야?
제가 저희 팀의 구멍이라는 식으로 말씀하신 것 같은데 솔직히 제가 보기 레드는 그 한준호 선수 빨이거든요. 나머지 그 두 선수는 생각도 안 하고 있어요.
근데 성진이가 원래 GC 부산 처음 만들어질 때부터 있던 선수인데 그때부터 구멍이었어요. 그냥 원래 계속.
짱나네. 1대1로 저한테 자신 있습니까? 그쪽 분 세 분한테 절대 질 자신이 없는데 진짜 질 자신이 없습니다, 저는.
나 개인전 대회 한번 하자.
이번에는 제가 개인전 출장 한번 해볼까 생각 중입니다. 내가 낮게 쉬라, 오늘.
어디서 그런 자신감이 나오는지 모르겠는데 성진이가 저를 여태까지 비모하면서 20판도 못 이겨봤거든요. 자신 있으면 한번 붙어보도록 하죠.
근데 누가 나와도 상관이 없어요. 본사라는 직업이 다른 팀에는 없거든요.
번사라서 좀 더 수월하게 경기를 풀어가지 않을까 생각합니다. 손태 선수가 뭐 암살자로 나갈 수 있고 뭐 역사라도 나갈 수 있고 링검사 나오면 주술사 나가버려.
자기 팀은 더 빠른 것 같은데 한준호 선수를 뭐 막는 뭐 역할은 뭐 박경민 선수나 차우빈 선수가 해줄 거고요. 뭐 저는 나머지 두 명을 처리하도록 하겠습니다.
둘이서는 할 수 있겠죠.
2대1이잖아. 2대1은 해야지.
그냥 어이가 없어서 웃는 거예요. 맞지 윤태야?
알아요.
마이크 왜 달았는데 너 이거. 힘드나? 그래. 막내가 힘들대요.
그래, 그럼 뭐 형님 해야지.
그래요.
이 노장의 투혼을 한번 발휘해서 동생들을 이끌고 승리로 이끌어 보겠습니다.
가자 이제.
그래,
좋아.
가자.
배고프다.
Juno Han is hungry, and that's not good. Can't have that guy hungry. They're going to be ready to get on this one. GC Busan Red, Anarchy going to be on their way. The losers bracket deciding the next eliminated team. It's going to be decided right here. The loser out of this matchup whether it be from GC% Red or Anarchy. They will be heading out of the tournament, will not be able to compete for that finalist spot with GC% Red or Anarchy. One of these two teams will make it into the second place match tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have to see who actually makes it up. Yes, it is important to see who gets eliminated today for the last time until we go into the grand finals. But it's also important to see who will be going up against Coup d'etat, because Coup d'etat put up such a good fight today in our first round. So, you know, if they go on with this momentum tomorrow, and, you know, going up against either GC Busan Red or Anarchy, you know, they're going to be able to win because, you know, previously Coup d'etat already lost to Anarchy. So, you know, it's kind of surprising that Anarchy was able to beat Coup d'etat, but, you know, they did, and we'll have to see if Anarchy kind of will be able to do that and put up a fight against GC Busan Red, who is actually a pretty strong team.
Ruby Chop, Yeona Kim, and also Youngmin Park is going to be composing this lineup here. And Anarchy, they have some good wins to get here, but they are the weaker team when compared to GC Red. On paper, like the former G-Touring, they've had good performances in the past, but never great performances. And they're coming up to the semifinals. We've seen this time before, that G-Touring and now the Anarchy, they can't make it this far, but to the finals and actually winning out the championship is something they haven't done yet.
Yeah, they haven't done that, and, you know, let's hope that, you know, they have a chance to go up even into the grand final stage. And now we do see the match predictions coming up. Most likely GC Busan Red, yes. This is 96-4. GC Busan Red, like I said, is on paper at least a stronger team and more fans for, you know, Juno Han, as we all know it, and even for Sungjin Choi as well. And Yoontae Song got a lot of fans last year when he was on GC Busan Blue, when he won so many rounds and so many tournaments.
Very good for these guys. Of course, the heavy favorites when compared to Anarchy. And last time around, we saw the percentage didn't go against the way for Coup d'etat and IDES. We saw Coup d'etat being the heavy favorites, being about 70-something% to about 16. But it's going to be important to really see if the other team can always overcome differences in terms of the expectations coming through. So, you know, IDES did it. They got the win over the heavy favorites of Coup d'etat, but it seems like Anarchy, I think they're just as ready to see if they can do the same against GC Busan right here.
Yeah, and, you know, you're talking about, you know, the majority votes going one way, and, you know, Anarchy not having, they're getting the minor votes, but Anarchy is actually a team that actually overcame. If you remember, in the first day, we saw that 3%ers win in Group B, and Anarchy actually was one of those teams. So, you know, if this team can't do it, then no other team can. And this team, once again, gets that lower percentage of 4. Let's see if they will be able to carry that 4 and get the victory against GC Busan Red.
We've seen it get done before. We've seen the other teams that are underdogs to come back and have a really good game, winning out even against the favorites. It's definitely not impossible, as everything will be still on the line. And it's the last opportunity for both of these teams to see if they can stay in this tournament, or otherwise they will be eliminated and won't be able to fight for the contention for the finalist spot. Have to make do with a 4th place finish, which will not give them much benefit when compared to much higher performance.
Yeah, and I also want to mention, while we wait until the players are finished setting up, you know, I'm happy to see that we don't see a mirrored competition either in round 1 and in this set 2 as well. Because, you know, last year I remember there was a lot of teams coming out with the same compositions, the Warlock, the Destroyer, and the Assassin. That composition, the 3-man composition there was so many teams utilizing that, and because that was the OP meta back then last year. But this year around, we see the 4 teams having all different composition, and now we see another KFM coming out from Anarchy as well.
Anarchy very now comfortable with KFM, so Blade Dancer and the Warlock. GC Busan Red going with their usuals now with the Gunslinger, the Warlock, and the Destroyer. This seems to be like the common meta now with the introduction of the Gunslinger. It's a really good balanced type of composition that works out very, very well. See if GC Busan Red can come to success here, or if the unconventional method of Anarchy with their composition can bring out the goods.
Yeah, for Anarchy coming out with the unconventional composition, them making it up into the top 4, it already kind of proved to us that, you know, this composition works, at least up to here. And now, from whatever happens from here on out, will tell us another story, you know, telling seeing if this new competition that Anarchy is bringing out with the KFM will work out in the future or even at a higher standards. But if they lose out here as 4th, that'll tell us that, you know, this is how far it goes.
So it's a problem with Kyungmin Park's PC right now, and they has to reboot it to make sure it's up and ready to go. We haven't had any delays up to today's games. All 7 sets are being played perfectly fine, but you know, this second series now coming with the losers bracket, seemingly having a little bit of issues to begin us off, but just be patient with us, and we'll be back with it once that issue is resolved. I'm going to get right onto the game and really see if GC Busan Red and Anarchy, who are going to be the heavy favorite, are we going to see a lot more evenly matchups? It's really hard to tell right away from paper, but from what we can really expect is that once we get into the games themselves, we'll kind of expect and kind of know what the differences between the two teams are.
Yeah, and you know, since we have a little time to talk about these teams and, you know, the matchups and their previous matchups against other teams, you know, Anarchy actually won against Coup d'etat, like I said, even though it was a 97-3%. That was the game where the 3% won. However, GC Busan Red in the early games in the group stages, they actually lost to Coup d'etat 3-4.
Yeah.
So if you see that, if you could calculate that, so GC Busan Red lost to Coup d'etat, Anarchy beat Coup d'etat. So on paper, Anarchy is above GC Busan Red because they've beaten the team that GC Busan Red lost to. So we'll see if that actually transitions into today's match. But if not, then, you know, unfortunate for Anarchy, all the hard work that they have, you know, brought for us with the new composition coming out with the KFM on their team as well, and, you know, not practicing their gunslinger like all the other players. Even Yoon Tae-sun on GC Busan Red is coming out with the gunslinger. So, you know, this is definitely the meta right now in Korea, but Anarchy coming in top 4 without the gunslinger, we'll see how far they can go.
Really requires the conventional meta to make things work, but we've seen IDEPS to see, you know, they can do the good stuff also without the conventional meta out there. So without the popular trends, they can just manage to work things out. Of course, I think Anarchy is going to be another team that wants to get that done, but they have to do it against the very strong opponents now they're facing with GC Busan Red on the other side.
Yeah, and you talking about strong opponents, GC Busan Red, as you guys probably saw on the rosters and in the VCR, Sang-jin Choi, Juno Han, and Yoon Tae-sun, they're so strong individually, they're so strong as a team. I don't know how Anarchy will, to be honest, I don't know how Anarchy will be able to handle any of these 3 players, but like I said, they have made it up here into the, you know, the last 4 members or last 4 teams, so they definitely have something up their sleeves.
I think we're going to be ready to go. I think Kyungmin Park's PC issue has been resolved, and we're going to get right into the game here. Game number 1, GC Busan Red and Anarchy. We're not going to waste any more time and get straight onto it. The tag match. It's 2 teams. Decided who's going to get the first point in this best of 7. We're going to find out with GC Busan Red and Anarchy. Game number 1. Here we begin. Yoon Tae-sun on the gunslinger for GC Busan Red versus KFM of Kyungmin Park for Anarchy on the right.
All right. Yoon Tae-sun doing his usual as a gunslinger. That Sky Stone is set. And the Shadow Gunslinger coming out with Yoon Tae-sun. Like we have been seeing when Yoon Tae-sun, whenever he plays a gunslinger, we do see him come out with Shadow.
Gunslinger. It's not the preference of many gunslingers out there. It's more consistent damage, a lot more reliable, so you don't get as much damage. It's important for Yoon Tae-sun to make this work because against the KFM, all the damage he needs to get that done.
Alright, Tab Escape is used from the KFM. Time Distortion is used perfectly from Woo Cha. Here we go. Kyungmin Park as a KFM just needs to land one CC to get some of the combos in there before a defensive interferer comes in. So we'll see if Kyungmin Park will be able to do that for us as the KFM.
Be really interesting. I think Yoon Tae-sun, along with Kyungmin Park, they only have 30 seconds left to go before both get the force tag out. They're going to be looking for the big damage if they can, but interfere now coming from the side. Anarchy. Defensively, make sure Park stays alive here.
Rising Dragon connects, but if you notice the points, Anarchy used 3 interfere points total already, just from Yoon Tae-sun being out of the field, whereas GC Busan Red only used one. So this is definitely giving GC Busan Red the upper hand.
It's going to be an advantage going forward here. GC Busan Red and Anarchy going to find his first force tag. Go for the chase right away, but just opens up with the Familiar being summoned on both sides. Both Familiar just fighting against each other, but Wubin Cha's Familiar Thrall now going down.
Yep.
We get Juno on the edge here.
Yep, Sungjin Choi coming in and focusing on that Thrall. Wubin Cha into the air.
Okay.
Defensive interfere comes in from Byung-Woo Kim. Doesn't allow Wubin Cha to get 100 to 0.
But it still puts a lot of damage on it. 70% damage out. Wubin Cha in terms of HP. Has to tag out right away. Again, back to Gyeongmin Park. He just got back to the bench and now he's come back out.
Another tag out from Gyeongmin Park. The early point usage, yes, is better to use if you're gonna be pushed to the corner, but this is too many points used for Anarchy way early on. This is not gonna be good as the clock goes down.
First tag point being used by GC Red to bring Yuntaesun back out onto the field. The Gunslinger can face up again against Byung-Woo Kim. He definitely likes this matchup, really doesn't have much trouble going up against the KFM. But it's going to be Blade Dancer this time around. Byung-Woo Kim, see what he can do. Yuntaesun trying to still stall out the time once again.
Yeah, Byung-Woo Kim not having any interfere points. As you see, he's already used 3 interfere points within the first 3 minutes. That just proves that his teammates were put in difficult positions where Byung-Woo Kim has to interfere in and save them. That just shows that if this continues, and when they run out of interference and tag points, they're just gonna end up losing a player by player as the timer goes down.
Oh man, Yuntaesun just doing a really good job, but getting wiped off once again with the lightning draw coming in from Byung-Woo Kim sneakily there, but Sungjin Choi comes in for the interfere to make sure that defense is on point on that interfere.
And there we go with the tag out. Junohan comes in now. This is once again a mirror match. It hasn't gone so well for Wubin Cha last time around when Sungjin Choi came in, but once again,
Cha goes up in the air. There's nothing he can do.
eliminated.
He's going to be eliminated with Yuntaesun helping on the Gunslinger with the damage there. And time distortion, giving everything right back. But Gyeongmin Park just tries to be rushing into a counter attack, but he has to be careful because now he's out of his escape. And what can he do? Byung-Woo Kim is going to be right back out with his last tech point being used by Anarchy's Gyeongmin Park.
Looking good. Byung-Woo Kim does have that tag point, so it makes sense that Gyeongmin Park is actually on the bench with 2 interfere points. However, Wubin Cha dying with 1 tag and 2 interferes. This is critical, especially being the Warlock on the team.
And Warlock dying out is never good for your team. The Gunslinger just trying to help out with the damage. Byung-Woo Kim, he's going to go out, and that's going to be the second man knocked off instantly. Gyeongmin Park, what can he do here? Trying to go for the damage here. Fine for now, but Junohan can always come in for the interfere, and that's going to be no trouble. Taking minimal damage in that trade there.
Alright, that Sungjin Choi's ult was thrown, as well as the persistence was used. Still has his dust for escape.
Gyeongmin Park gets stunned up. Does have to use his escape to get out of there. Sungjin Choi still looking at it here. And run out of escapes, and it's going to force him to tag right back out, and he's just back out on the field of Gunslinger.
And this did not go so
the
well.
ultimate
And
is going to be connecting. There's nothing he can do. And Junohan with the Warlock ultimate is going to be stringing him to death. Even Yuntaesun was proccing for his own ultimate, but didn't even have enough time to use it. And that's going to be a victory for Game 1 for GC Busan Red.
Yep, it was, and you know, it looked pretty one-sided from the beginning. Yes, nobody got deleted early on. However, we saw Anarchy having trouble and interfering in to defend their teammates, especially Byung-Woo Kim being the Blade Dancer kind of defending, and Wubin Cha getting knocked out with 1 tag and 2 interfere points kind of early to mid-game did not help them at the cause of trying to win.
Something I want to see ending is that the Gunslinger ultimate finally connecting.
Yeah, that is actually what I wanted.
It's going to look so lovely. Just putting that radius and getting it shorter and shorter, and it gets stronger by the time it boom! That's going to do a lot of damage, and something I want to see. We got to see a lot of Warlock ultimates connecting, but not any Gunslinger ultimate connecting so far.
Yeah, so actually this year, 2018 Season 1, we've so far seen definitely the Blade Dancer ult connect. We've seen Gyeongmin Park's actually KFM ult connect. We saw the Destroyer ult connect a lot. And like you said, we saw the Warlock ults connect. And now for one of the damage output ultimates, we have to see the Gunslinger ultimate connect.
Be very, very excited to see that one, but getting back to the game here, GC Busan Red gets the expected Game 1 victory on the tag, looking like a much stronger tag team overall. Going to set 2 on the singles and really see if GC Busan Red can still stay as dominated as they were in game number 1.
Yep, and now soon we'll see who will be coming out for set 2, the singles match of the day. GC Busan Red, definitely any of the 3 could come out, and Yunta-san coming out with the Assassin. And every time he comes out with the Assassin, we I personally kind of have to bash on him because he did not perform so well with the Assassin last year. Every time he comes out with the Assassin, he loses. But let's see how well he will do in 2018 on a new team with new teammates supporting him, even though it's singles, the moral support. Let's see if his Assassin will do the job.
But Yunta-san already got a few wins with the Assassin already in singles, so it's definitely not unproven consent. Of course, we've seen him do well on this class before, and Assassin, it's been mastered by many, many Blade and Soul players out there. Let's see if he can do it against the KFM of Gyeongmin Park. That's going to be the question we're going to ask here. On the game number 2, GC Busan Red and Anarchy to see if they can extend the lead. Talking about GC Busan Red trying to extend their lead over to 2. Find out if they can do so in game number 2. On the Assassin, trying to do some damage onto Gyeongmin Park on the other side. That's going to be important for them to see if they can get that done.
Yep, we'll see which side will be or have the upper hand. Here we go. Yunta-san already using his Lotus of Escape, Rising Dragon connecting from Gyeongmin Park. He still has his stealth, so it's not too bad. Oh! The back row
another
chase.
stun.
Yep.
That's going to be without stealth is still available, but still it's going to be waiting to use that at the right minute there. And KFM, have to be careful. Hey, the stun comes through.
Now it's time for Yunta-san, and Gyeongmin Park has timed his escape perfectly. Gyeongmin Park has to get that knockback from his tab escape. If he does not connect that the knockback from the tab escape on Yunta-san, it's not going to be good, but he just decides to get up with that rhythm.
Fine for now. Son does have that Lotus planted, so it's going to be ready to go if he's ready, but Gyeongmin Park gets on the... I mean, you guys talk about the chase that could easily come through, but Gyeongmin Park has to use his escape, and now it's going to be escapeless. See one more stun from Yunta-san, that's going to be his victory. Throw it here.
Yeah, Gyeongmin Park not, connecting that chase after that tab escape might cost him the game.
Whipping comes through, and Gyeongmin Park is going to go down. Nothing for him to do there. 2-0 advantage now for GC Busan Red as Yunta-san wins out with that Assassin. And as it's in the game number 3, looking very, very comfortable.
Yep, GC Busan Red so far 2-0, and you see Gyeongmin Park on screen kind of looking disappointed and kind of accepts the fact that he did make that mistake of missing out on that chase after that tab escape. But Yunta-san seemed very happy just now for that split second.
There he is, though. I mean, we looked about what we expected out of this game was that Yunta-san was going to be extremely confident in. Losing out on that Lotus escape. He didn't have that stealth and used it at the right time, as we saw from earlier. And even without the stealth available, he still put out the damage, put all the right stuns at the right time. And Gyeongmin Park, no time to react there. And I think that crucial mistake did come from that chase miss, as we were talking about earlier. Thing, but there's nothing you can do when you're out of escape, and Gyeongmin Park is still going to be very, very vulnerable.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Gyeongmin Park, missing out that chase costed him the game, and Yunta-san was able to take that victory into singles, and now we're back to set 3, the tag match once again. And will GC Busan Red go on a 3-0 winning streak like it happened with Kunata and IDEPS, and Anarchy just might come back later on, starting set 4.
Anything could happen, anything. We've seen it happen against Kudeta and IDEPS going at each other. Set 3. Of course, very much a tag match that will be expected once again. Same composition left and right. Gunslinger, Warlock, Destroyer. Now the 2018 conventional meta. Talking about going up against the KFM, Blade Dancer, and the Warlock on the other side of Anarchy. See what they're going to do.
We'll see if this will work out, because this is the second tag match of for these two teams, and they've kind of got the gist of how each other's plays are. So let's see which team has figured out the other team and, you know, get this round 3 to their side.
Needs every game from here on for Anarchy. If they lose this one, that's definitely going to be the momentum shift away from them and really going to find it difficult to return back to this game.
Yep.
Let's see if JC Busan Red can really push the momentum forward onto their side and see if they can win another tag match. Get them into a 3-0 advantage. See if Anarchy push right back to get a win of their own. We're going to find out what happens in this game number 3. GC Busan Red and Anarchy for this game number 3, a second rendition of the tag match.
We do have that same composition coming out. We have Gyeongmin Park's KFM and Gunslinger. This did not work out so well for Gyeongmin Park in the first round in the tag match, and this time around it seems as if, you know, we'll have to see if it'll work out, but already from the get-go he does take a little bit of damage.
Gunslinger just trying to put in the damage there, and Son just goes forward and Park stay as closest to him as possible just to make sure that distancing effect does not happen. They stay coming through to Son. Moving shot coming in, 2v2 reactionary, trying to get the Sanctum and the distortion to make sure the cooldown come back into play for both players here.
Alright, so far it's so good for Anarchy compared to match 1, because by the 2-minute mark, they've already used 3 to 4 interfere points on the Anarchy side, but this time around they're matching it, they're trading interfere points, so this is going very well for Anarchy for now.
See into Son. Shadow. Gunslinger just trying to eke out the damage if he can, but Park not allowing much opportunity to get that done, just trying to close the gap, trying to close the distance to make sure KFM is able to do work on this Gunslinger.
And they're definitely both playing it very passive. They don't want this loss on either hand, on either side, and there's now 13 seconds left for the force tag for both of them. We'll see if a chase will happen, if they'll close this gap. There's 5 seconds left.
Seems like both players are unwilling to give the distance away, but I guess tag will come in.
You just see that. Both of the Warlocks come in and they quell at the same time.
There you go. All you need, and moving shot once again, getting his throw destroyed again, and that's going to be trouble. This happened last game and did not go the way of Anarchy as we put a lot of damage on, and John has to be careful now.
Alright, but this time around we do have that unexpected interfere coming in from Gyeongmin Park, Rising Dragon connecting, forcing Junwoo to use his escape as well. So, you know, this is not a deja vu for Woobin Cha.
The throw will also going down very, very low, but eventually will go down on the timer. That didn't run out, but Junwoo still gonna be out. This time against Gyeongmin Park, we have to back right back in.
See how this plays out. Junwoo, we know he's a formidable Warlock, but does get forced to tag out by Gyeongmin Park's KFM, and now back again to our first setup, Yuta-san versus Gyeongmin Park.
Okay, but he thinks about the Flame Gunslinger this time around, so Yuta-san, this is going to be an interesting choice by him, see if he can put that damage. That's been disappointing in the first round, but wants to do something a little bit different here. This might be the start of it. Gyeongmin Park taking a lot of damage early. That had to be the interfere used. Coming with the Sanctum and the Time Distortion ready to go.
Yeah, that was a very good defensive interfere, but once again, continuing, Sanji Choi comes in.
Sanji Choi just providing all the distraction in the world, and that Gyeongmin Park had nothing to do there. Yeona Kim comes back out onto the field, having that second tag point being used. Sanji Choi gonna be out to counter this Blade Dancer here once again.
They're definitely calculating their interference on Anarchy's side, because right now Byung-Woo Kim has 2 interfere points left. Last time when Byung-Woo Kim came out, he had 0 from the first tag in that he was. But you know, unfortunately for Gyeongmin Park, his health bar is kind of low, whereas GC Busan Red, all 3 of them are pretty healthy. So we're gonna see how this kind of plays out. If Byung-Woo Kim being on the field is a good choice, because he might need to provide the support where his teammates could do the damage output, but we do have that stalemate going on right now.
Destroyer not really forcing anything here as a Destroyer, but Blade Dancer, Bjornakim just trying to go back forth and trying to poke out damage if he can, but we know how struggle this can be. Without the damage trying to come forward, but the interfere coming in defensively, you just saw him trying to get the damage done, but Bjornakim has been forced to tag back out alongside Choi and the Warlock mirror match once again.
Yeah, Sungin Choi going for that thrall, but does get forced back in. Looks pretty even right now.
Distortion coming in. Chan, same with Junohan as well, so similarly they're gonna get the cooldowns right back. They're all just fighting against each other.
Warlock mirror match. They look very flashy, but not too much is going through in damage-wise.
Lane Gunslinger once again back out onto the field. He's gonna interfere, but Sunny Choi comes back out to counter Gyeongmin Park. It seems like this is the matchup they're liking here. And the Destroyer ultimate. He's gonna do a little bit of damage. Fine for that lightning draw coming through.
Sungin Choi is so healthy, even though it seemed as if he took so much damage. Persistence starting to use Gyeongmin Park in the air. Defensive reaction to the
on,
ultimate.
and my goodness, so much damage coming through, and Gyeongmin Park is out of there. And you saw him comes back into play and just trying to stall some time because I feel like they can just stall the time if they can. And really just get the win right on their bats.
Yeah, they could still stall time to win, but Bjornakim just constantly taking damage. It's not helping Anarchy go down to a TKO and have, the slightest chance that, if they're able to eliminate at least one player from GC Busan Red.
Just kind of go towards Bjornakim and see what he can do, and just finding the Phantom Grip from the Blade Dancer, but really nothing too much of a threat that he has to deal with. Bjornakim's gonna get him up in the air. About the damage coming in, but Junohan stops the effort there with the interfere. Very nicely done, and Bjornakim just might be out.
Yep.
He's out.
He's out. And Wubin-Cha with full health comes in. We'll see if Wubin-Cha's Warlock could be on the offensive, because on the defense, Wubin-Cha definitely provided his teammates a good time distortion and a good defensive interfere. But
and
this
the
time around,
Fury Destroyer doing so much damage. Theoretically, but Wubin-Cha holds on very well, but Choi is wanting to finish the game himself and get ready to do that.
10 seconds until everybody gets an interfere point back. We'll see if GC Busan Red will just dominate Wubin-Cha and just finish this game early, or give Sungin Choi a chance to do it at 1v1.
Okay.
But he's taking so much damage.
Sunny Choi doesn't have any attack point available, and now gets the interfere points from all the players here, and Someone's gonna come in trying to poke down Wubin-Cha. He's trying to go for the ultimate there.
Yeah, he's gonna try to go for that. Wubin-Cha into the aerial power drive. Fury proc once again.
That's a lot of damage, and nothing you can do, just spins around. Sunny Choi is still in a dangerous spot, but the power drive with the Fury build, that's gonna be doing extra damage, and that's gonna be GC Busan Red picking up their third victory in a row. And gotta go into set number 4 in this, whatever it may be. It can be another tag or single, but whatever it may be. I think they're gonna be extremely comfortable now, getting 3 victories in a row, trying to think that they can get the 4th in a row as well.
I wonder if this will be a deja vu of set 1 or game 1 rather against Kurenkan versus INS, where INS comes back after a 3-0 loss and then they make it 3-3 and they go to set 7. If Anarchy does this, I would be amazed, and this will be basically like a grand finals but in the semi-final stage.
Anything could happen. I think we saw it from Kudeta and Idas, but more importantly, what do we expect out of Anarchy at the moment, who look like there's a weaker team coming on paper, and man, I mean, if you win 3 games in a row, and if you're GC Busan Red, you're having all the confidence in the world that you can just win the 4th one relatively easily, but be careful because Yuta-san was put out onto the field in game number 2, and if we see another single based on a roulette, we're gonna see either Junohan or Sungin Choi out in the field, and depending on that one, we're going to see who's going to get the win for the team here.
All right, there we go. We do see the roulette spin. What will we get? Will we get a tag or a single?
Either way, I think GC Busan Red are feeling extremely comfortable, but it's going to be another single now.
All right, now, like you said, Junon or Sang Choi has to come out. Same goes for Anarchy. We have Byung Kim and Woo Bin Cha on the roster as well. So I don't know who will come out for Anarchy, because Youngmin Park as a KFM, he's done a lot of single matches in the previous years when he was on G Touring. But Byung Kim and Woo Bin Cha, they equally kind of played less singles overall compared to Youngmin Park, but he's already played his singles of the day, so he can't come out again in set 4. So I'm wondering which will come out from Anarchy, because GC Busan Red, the two leftover players, Sang Choi and Juno Ha, they're both great singles players. So
anything can happen. Byung Kim and Woo Bin Cha, one of the two, have to make an appearance. See if they can get a win. That will be very much needed. It's already match point with 3 wins going over to GC Busan Red. Another one will end out the series, and we'll probably have a GC Busan Red going up to the second place decider match against Coup d'etat. But it's gonna be Sang Choi.
Okay.
During the interview, he was talking about he can beat anyone at any time of the day, and with the Destroyer, he feels like he can beat out the Blade Dancer of Byung Kim. Let's see what we can do, because Byung Kim really needs to get a victory for his team, otherwise he will be eliminated from Season 1 of blade&soul Korea.
Yep, and Sang Choi, as you guys all know it, he is the World Destroyer, and he has proven that last year and the previous years as well. Let's see if he still got it in 2018, and this is the first time for him to come out into the singles against Byung Kim. And a Blade Dancer class is not so easy for a Destroyer as well, vice versa. So we'll see what happens, what the outcome will be.
See the evenly matchup between GC Busan Red and Anarchy, as we see Sang Choi on the Destroyer. See if he can finish it off with the Destroyer against Byung Kim on the Blade Dancer. Will this be the last match of the series? Let's find out. It's game number 4. Scoreline, the top there, GC Busan Red 3, Anarchy 0. Byung Kim seems to be the last hope. Anarchy, if they can stick through it for his team here, but Choi, as strong as he always is, like he wants to bring the easy win now over to the scene.
There we go, we do have that smash. The Ember Stomp down. Sang Choi playing it super aggressive. Byung Kim out of his block and his escapes, yeah? Sang Choi just comfortably taking the damage, coming through. Okay, no Phantom Grip or Lightning Draw coming through. They're playing mind games here right now. Byung Kim definitely expected Sang Choi to use an escape, but now the Phantom Grip comes in a little bit late.
That means so. Lightning Draw does not come through right away. Still continues damage being dealt. The Lightning Grip finally coming through, but still doesn't allow the escape from Sang Choi. He's going to take a lot of damage for now, but Byung Kim, see what he can hold on to. He knows how to escape right back on the plane.
Stomp pulls him in. The back roll chase happens. The tab escape again used for Byung Kim. This is not looking good for Byung Kim. Sang Choi hasn't used a single escape yet.
Yeah. Even Persistence has been really untouched. This Destroyer here. Back up in the air.
Lightning Draw is back, if you remember. He's gonna... Okay.
It's
mind games, alright. So the Gust was used for Sang Choi finally. Kind of have to make his move. No escapes for Byung Kim. Back roll chase, there we go.
Hey,
Sang Choi's not going to miss that one.
Oh, but another stun coming through. This might be the end for Byung Kim if he can't escape from this one. One more second. And now he gets the escape, but with very little HP. Let's stick around just for a little bit longer. Byung Kim, can he hold on?
Oh, but Sang Choi, no escape for Sang Choi. And Lightning Draw is still up there. This might actually go
Lightning
for
Draw.
Byung Kim.
Lightning Draw.
Lightning
That
Draw.
will be the end too, and that will be the last bit of damage, and that will be Byung Kim picking off that win in game number 4 and brings the hope back to Anarchy as they try to make the reverse sweep happen all over again.
Will this happen again? Will this be a deja vu of game 1 where Coup d'etat and High-Refs went to set 7? We'll have to see about that. But Sang Choi, he definitely seems shaken up right there. And they were both playing so many mind games of whether to use this skill or whether to save it. And at the end of the day, Byung Kim came on top.
The Gust has been really played against the mind game. We thought that Byung Kim might just use that Lightning Draw once again. In the end, he connects all the Lightning Draws in trade. Very little escapes used, but Kim was just waiting for the opportunity to when he can go for the aerials once again, but next time around, thought he would have been using it for the end, but Kim baits out the gust, forces out the tab escape, and allows the lightning draw to connect with very low HP. Very nicely done for Kim on the blade dance.
Yeah, it was definitely, you know, Piano Kim deserved the win, coming back from such low HP and surviving and pulling out Sungjin Choi's escapes and then going in to an aerial into that lightning draw finish. You know, now like you said, this is coming back. GC Busan Red's momentum has been cut off by Piano Kim, and set 5 will be singles again, which means it will be Woo Bin Cha against Juno Han.
Wow, it's literally the final boss you have to face up against Woo Bin Cha.
It
Has
is.
all the pressure in the world, and it's still a match point. We gotta remember that. And Juno Han just ready. Whatever he decides to bring out, most likely will be the Warlock. But are we gonna get a Warlock mirror match today? Because Woo Bin Cha, I don't think he's gonna be bringing out anything really exclusive when it comes to this 1v1 here.
I'm so curious if Juno Han is willing. Oh, it's going to be a mirror. I was just about. They show it so fast. I was actually kind of wanting at least to pretend that Juno Han might bring out the Blade Master once.
Never, never in 2018. He's done with that class. He used to be the master of Blade Master.
Yeah,
as some
he's the
people call
eyebrow
him.
master.
He is.
He still is the eyebrow master at least.
Yeah. With the Blade Master being played in 2018, he doesn't believe it in that circumstance. And it feels like his Warlock is strong enough. See if that is true against his Warlock mirror match. Could be a full 3-minute game, but if we get caught up by a very crucial stun by a CC, anything can do it, and the game could end really easy here.
We'll have to see what happens, and you know, this Warlock mirror match is coming up for you guys. Set 4. Let's get into it.
Still match point here. These two teams. Busan Red losing out one game now with Sungjin Choi failing to deliver on his 1v1 against Piano Kim on the Blade Dancer. But now we're going to go into a Warlock mirror match. Decide if we're going to get a winner. This GC Busan Red will make it to the next round with Anarchy being eliminated from the tournament.
Yep, and while we were talking in the introduction, Woo Bin Cha, the super early Tether Blade, forcing Juno Han to use the escape, and now time distortion coming on. That was a very aggressive play by Woo Bin Cha early on, but did not make anything out of it.
See the plays.
Oh, we do see the leech land on Juno Han!
Oh, wow. Juno Han. I'm going to be able to get away from this one, boy.
The leech landing into the aerial is not a good sign when you're branded on top of your head. And now it's Juno Han's turn.
Juno Han has to be careful. Sends out the thralls now. Will be better on the defense end of things. Woo Bin Cha still has to be careful, though.
Juno Han is kind of chipping away his health, but he's in the air once again, and Woo Bin Cha! He defeats the last boss! And now, Anarchy is coming back. It was 3-0, but now it's 3-2.
Reverse sweep happening again, ending? Juno Han looks surprised just as much as we are. And, wow.
And I'm going to be honest, I did not expect a lot from Woo Bin Cha because his original class isn't the Warlock. So, you know, I kind of cut him some slack when he doesn't perform too well. But today, winning against Juno Han's Warlock, this just, you know, leveled him up a little bit.
Switching E right there, just one tether, and just the leash that came into play and really puts him up in the air. What are you supposed to do as the Warlock? Nothing you can do, and the Thrall is out there, doesn't provide any defensive support for your Mastered Warlock, and my goodness, this is looking a lot similar to what we saw in the first series. Now it's the graph that's going to be very much reminiscent of the reverse sweep that we experienced. But really didn't come into play for Coup d'etat. Series number 1. If we get the same pattern again, we will be probably Anarchy winning out game 6, and once again, GC was already getting the game number 7, eventually winning out, which would have been the same if it ended in game number 4, but proves a different point that teams are a lot closer than we had initially thought.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot closer. And to be honest, this is what we expected coming in to the semifinals. But now this is set 6, and you know, we've been waiting for GC Busan to finish it ever since set 4, but they were unable to do that in set 4 and 5. Now we're at set 6. If GC Busan Red wins this round, they don't have to, or we don't have to all go into set 7. But if Anarchy comes back and they get a 3 straight win, we have to go into set 7 and play the last singles.
Everything is on the line now, and you know, this match point once again could be very, very important for Anarchy. They have all the boost in morale they can have to get onto this last tag of the series. If Anarchy can stay on and hold on to their advantage that they have and try to really push their momentum. They win out this game 6, they will lead on to game number 7, all equal. Team GC Busan Red can finish them off. We're going to go to game number 6. We are starting up the game, not wasting any time. You can start against Gyeongmin Park on the KFM.
There we go. Both Gyeongmin Park actually playing it very aggressive, like a KFM should. A defensive interference comes in already. Time distortion into the area. Gyeongmin Park taking a lot of damage.
Okay, it's a good start for GC Busan Red. Juno Han coming for the interfere to add on to the damage.
Byung-Woo Kim comes in for that staggered interfere on Gyeongmin Park's side to support him as well when he was in the air.
Time distortion from Moving Cha. Get the escape right back for towards Gyeongmin Park here. So just getting away here. And just trying to get closer to his opponent, but gonna get caught up in the air though.
Boom. Oh gosh, it's not looking good for Gyeongmin. There we go with the tag. You want to play it safe. This could be potentially the last match if Anarchy loses this, so they have to definitely play it safe and play it smart.
It has been potentially the last game for the past 3 games, and we're still at it.
Yep.
Son, still going very strong here. Well against 2 opponents now, and tag out though. Have to use the first tag point, bring Juno Han back into the game. Micha forced. Okay. Yeah, another tag onto Anarchy, and that's gonna bring out the Warlock. This mirror match here.
All right, but this time around, Sung Choi comes out again, and this is what he did last time. Focusing down the throw, but this time around he was unable to get rid of it. Half of the health for Woo Bin-cha's thrall is gone, but not eliminated.
That's going to be the difference of having a throw and not having a throw. That's a huge difference in terms of defensive capabilities for Woo Bin-cha there. Stay safe, and Juno Han is forcing a tag right now, and bringing Sung Choi out on the field.
This time around, Woo Bin-cha staying out for a very long time. Still has his escape. There we go, it's a 2v2, reactionary 2v2.
Reactionary 2v2 once again. Blade Dancer just trying to distract out. Damage coming in. Cha stays relatively safe from that reactionary 2v2 there.
Once again, time distortion coming in. Woo Bin-cha definitely wants to make something out of this.
Hey,
oh!
Just goes for the damage there, and it's going to force out a significant amount of HP. This opponent there.
Gyeongmin Park tries to pull him in with the Rising Dragon, but Sung Choi backs off and ends up tagging out.
So back on the field, gets onto the area. This is going to be a really nice play if they can connect onto this, but once again, a defense interfere from Byung-Woo Kim to make sure no damage comes through to their Warlock.
It isn't as bad as round 1, or set 1 rather, but Byung-Woo Kim once again is out of all escapes, and there's still 2 minutes and 15 seconds left until... No, not 2 minutes. What am I saying? There's still 4 minutes left until the 3-minute mark.
So, and a lot of interfere points used early for Anarchy, and not much defensive opportunity, especially the Warlock doesn't help too much on defense. It's mostly about the Blade Dancer that can cover that role, but without any interfere points now for Byung-Woo Kim. The part has to be extra careful, he doesn't get caught off.
See, there we go. They're both closing the gap to try to make their moves. Son has his frame up. There we go.
Son just trying to move on here, see what he can do. Offensive side of the field, but he's still looking towards Juno Han and Sung Choi, still available with full 2 interfere with each their allies.
Kind of taking it slow here, especially for Gyeongmin Park, because he's low on health compared to Yunta-san. And he knows his teammates are lacking resources compared to GC Busan Red, so he doesn't want to get into a fight where his teammates has to come in or uninterfere.
Still pressuring though, Gyeongmin Park. Seems like he wants to get it done right there. Once again, aerial coming through. side of Gyeongmi Park on the KFM. Doesn't really get too much though, as we're going to see one more second until Yunson is going to be tagged out. Very nicely done, keeping the distance to make sure the chase is not going to be a possibility.
Yeah, Gyeongmi Park definitely wants to save his tag point. There we go.
2 more seconds.
But his teammate that comes in, Wubin Cha, might get chased. We'll see if that happens. There we go. Tether Blade forces Wubin Cha's escape out.
Wubin Cha have to use escape this early here, and without that escape, have to be careful in the way that he managed to scroll. The throw this time does almost go down. So, but it does go down eventually, so it's going to be a very vulnerable Warlock for Wubin Cha to see if he can hold on here.
Tether Blade connect from Wubin Cha. Leech also.
Oh, but the ultimate, that's going to be coming through. It doesn't connect, so it barely gets out of there in time, and Junohan barely survives that one.
Wow, Junohan was definitely spamming that tag, and it was a success. He was able to tag out, but this time around, Sungjin Choi is getting punished for that.
Choi, no help from his teammates so far, and now has to tag out to Yoon Tae-sun.
Look at Sungjin Choi's health and Junohan's health. This is not looking good. Yoon Tae-sun definitely has to stay out on the field for all the time he has on that force tag clock.
Definitely not going to be using his last tag point for any reason. Kim doing very well for his team right now, and just sticking around, and Wubin Cha doing just the same.
We saw GC Busan Red dominate them in the first 2 tag matches in set 1 and 3, but now the momentum definitely has been cut off and shifted towards Anarchy's side.
This is what happens when you win 3 games in a row. Get the momentum in your way, and two wins was only that was needed for Anarchy to strike back on this game 6 here. Looking very, very strong. Bringing out the HP difference in terms of the 2 players for GC Busan Red. Looking not that great.
Definitely not, and Yuta-san out of his cage. Junon comes in just for that quick time distortion. Success. It was a success. Mission success. He does get the time distortion out without getting picked off, coming in with such low health. But Yuta-san uses his escape right away once again. Gyeongmi Park is definitely doing work right now.
Yuta-san has to be careful. He does have 30 seconds left, but whoever does come back in later after that have a difficult time without any type of tag points available.
Yep, and everybody will be getting their interfere point back in 20 seconds. We do have GC Busan Red. All 3 members have 1 interfere point left. So they'll be having 2 interfere points in 10 seconds now.
Son just gonna be waiting the time out to make sure he keeps his distance, but he's tagged right out. The chase will happen right away, and forced out to escape, but the counter attack. Sungjin Choi.
The escape trade was good, but Sungjin Choi coming in.
Hey, the ultimate!
Oh, Wubin Cha finishes off Sungjin Choi. Forces Junohan to come out onto the field.
Uh-oh, this is happening, ending.
Yes, it is.
No tag point for Junohan, and Wubin Cha just ready to finish him off.
But Leech is the aerial!
Coming to the other side, and still no interferes. Talking about being already used when the 3-minute mark hits, and Park and Byung Kim cannot help out their opponent, their teammate with Wubin Cha. And it's finally going to go down. Yoon Tae-sun, very nice to finish him off there.
Yeah, and if you notice, Yoon Tae-sun still has that 1 interfere and a tag point, so we'll see if they can make this happen. GC Busan Red, it seemed like they were getting pushed back and might lose this.
Oh,
but into the aerial!
To the aerial, and that could be very, very huge. Yoon Tae-sun not even coming trying to interfere there. I think that still might be on cooldown.
Yep. We'll have to see what happens. The tremor does not connect from Gyeongmi Park with the triple kick.
Yoon Tae-sun coming out for defense, making sure his teammate stays all right.
Defensive interference.
Oh,
okay,
this
if I'm in the air, this might just be it for Gyeongmi Park.
This is absolutely crazy what is happening right here. Talking about the damage coming through. Junohan is going to be in a dangerous situation. He has to stick around for 30 more seconds, but I don't know if he can get that done. Junohan trying his best to make sure he stays alive. Only all the time in the world.
He was in the sanctum. He does have his body swap. Thrall has little time left, so he might want to...
Oh, the ultimate. Coming from the blade dancer does not connect. Junohan just steps back in time.
He's in the air right at the moment, and Junohan is basically just... Okay. He's going to move. And why he pile drives, I don't know, but... Junohan is now out of his game. No Thrall, so he can't body swap. And into the aerial, so Junohan is out. Oh! We have a 1v1.
No, he got tagged out in time.
Oh!
Force tag. And And now Junohan has to interfere. They can go over there, and it's gonna in. And what a survival for Junohan! What a millisecond of difference that could have been everything turned against their way. Junohan literally a millisecond away from dying and 4 tags out with literally 0 HP.
Wow, that was so close. I thought he was eliminated.
Whoa.
I thought it was gonna. I was like, okay, so Junohan gets eliminated. It's a 1v1. But then I saw that small health bar that wasn't even there.
Wow.
And good thing that you pointed that out. Wow.
He survived.
Oh,
and
God.
as soon as Yuta-san came in, he got his opponent into the area, and Junohan was not afraid to come in for that interview with little HP just to help finish him off, clinch that HP victory. Very nicely done for G2 Red, and they're going to head on to the second place decider match for tomorrow against Kudeta.
Yeah, well that last part is still, baffled me right now. I'm like, oh, that survive, and him surviving with the interferer points actually created that win to come back so fast with that interferer coming in with that aerial from the Warlock. Oh gosh, that was just. But yeah, like you said, GC Busan Red will be going up against Kudeta tomorrow, right? And we'll have to see what that outcome will be, because GC Busan Red already lost once to Kudeta, so we'll see if they have better prepared themselves to go up against Kudeta tomorrow.
Be really interesting. Everything about Junohan and the rest of GC Busan Red, is that they don't look as strong as they could be potentially on paper, but look at this right here. This is the moment where we're talking about that area. 0 seconds. 0 seconds. That's what really disquieted him. Got him up in the area. Not afraid to come in for that interview to finish him off. And Björn Kim was out of there, but that was definitely a mental loss more than anything.
Yeah.
Wow, what a strike on that one. And my goodness.
All right, well, we almost went to set 7. We almost saw a deja vu from game 1 where we actually did go to set 7, but good thing that GC Busan Red was actually able to hold it together and pull it through, even though they were a man down starting from the mid game.
Results are here for today. IDEPS gets the win over Kudeta in set 7, and GC Busan Red in set 6 gets their victory, and it's going to be facing it off on the next match here, and they're going to be going up against Kudeta tomorrow, and IDEPS will be comfortably waiting on that grand final stage, waiting to find out, as you can see on the schedule for tomorrow here.
And tomorrow's schedule is 1300 or 1 p.m. KST, so you guys have to get that timing right. It is 1 hour later than when we started today, and we'll have 2 best of 7s once again, the third place decider and the grand finals, as you see on the screen.
Whoever wins out from Kudeta and GC Busan Red, they will head up to face against IDEPS once again. So whether it's Kudeta or GC Busan Red, they're going to have to try to beat out currently the thrown #1 seed and see who's going to be the champion of Season 1 and collect all that goodness in terms of prize money.
Yeah, we'll have to see if either Kudeta or GC Busan Red will make it up there to go up against IDEPS. Did I just say that wrong? But anyways, whatever it may be, whoever faces IDEPS is going to have to prepare a lot, because as we saw in the previous days and the previous weeks and today, them kind of swapping out compositions from their original composition and still making it work and still being so strong is just amazing.
Talking about IDEPS with the unconventional composition, they're already in the finals. Who's going to be their opponent? We're going to find out in tomorrow's match. So we'll see you then in 1 p.m. Korean Standard Time, and we'll see you for the next Blade and Soul.
Incredible connection, undeniable. never gonna